What an insolence to compare Atahualpa to our Redeemer. What we are about to do with him is his will. Don Francisco, the Almighty has nothing to do with your iniquities. That's why I want to believe in God in spite of what we humans are capable of doing to each other. Kono. I thought you didn't accept the existence of a supreme being. Yes. I do, but not for the reasons that you believe in him. You think that you are going to occupy the empire for the glory of God, just like the Moors who occupied Spain by the will of Allah. However, you expelled them from your lands, and now you have come to impose your beliefs on us for the rest of our humanity. What are we going to do? We have no more gods left, but yours. The drama of our tragedy began to be played by the principal actors, Francisco and Atahualpa. The translator would be the director of the script. Francisco would ask Atahualpa about the war against HUÁSCAR, but their conversations invariably ended with the question of where most of the gold was. The Inca, realizing that the Spaniards adored gold more than their god, it became clear to him that the way to conquer them was with gold, something that he had, and regain his freedom through reciprocity. Capito. Atahualpa says that he has all the gold there is, and he can give it to whomever he wishes. Felipillo, he is finding out that what we want the most is gold. Did you tell him that anyone can do whatever one wants, if one has it? Capito, to them gold represents the tears of Inti. But he now understands that it is more valuable than that. I think he has something in mind. What? Have you ever heard if these Indians pay ransom for their freedom? No, Capito, they use women to solidify their alliances. They're women we have. He seems to hint that he can give gold for his freedom, and that person has to be me. Are you correct in translating what he is saying? You also value women more than gold? Thoughtful of the discussion, Pizarro left Atahualpa's detention house that is still standing, with some remnants of red paint at the midpoint of the stone walls. Upon hearing that the strangers wanted gold for his release, the Inca nobles thought that their horses also craved for silver, since the animals kept on chewing their iron bits, and how historians in all epochs belittles the Indians. How to get more gold was the primary objective of the Spaniards. Atahualpa's how to regain his freedom. Both would try to outsmart each other for their intentions. Atahualpa, when is your brother coming? We must continue to Cuzco. Apu Machu, if gold is what you want, I can order it to be brought here. Why go to Cuzco or wait for HUÁSCAR to come to Cajamarca? Atahualpa. We also have to take possession of the land for the king and the pope. No, you and your men are searching for more gold. I told Felipillo that you can have all the gold there is without having to travel long distances. Felipillo, are you translating correctly? You seem to be distracted with his favorite concubine. Don't you dare to touch any of his women. He will be furious with us for allowing that to happen. There are a lot of Indian girls, you can have any one of them for your pleasure. Capito. We also love a woman with the same passion that you have for gold. Indiano, don't involve us with your personal feelings if you have any. You said that Atahualpa could bring all the gold that there is in the empire. Ask him what does he want in return, his liberty. He is cunning. He has even learned to play chess, and he is good at it for an Indian. Yanacona Felipillo, what did he say? Your master seems to indicate that we are coming to some mutual agreement. Tell him that I will stand tiptoe, raise my arm as much as I can, and trace a red line to mark how high I will fill the room with gold and twice that amount with silver. Felipillo. Did I see well what he did, and heard correctly? What he said? Yes. Don Francisco. All that gold and silver for his freedom. You have heard what he said, and there is no need to translate what you saw. Yes, that high. Hernando. Measure this room. Atahualpa said that he will fill it with gold in exchange for his liberty. Yeah, and with that gold our demise. Francisco, this Indian is free and we are all dead. Nevertheless, let us measure it. His prison is 22 feet long, and 17 feet wide. You said that he stood on his toes with his right arm outstretched, which is approximately 9 feet high. He is taller than most Indians, and that is good for us. If he fills the room, as he said, we will be the richest men on earth. Who told him the idea of ransoming? These Indians don't know the refinements of paying for their lives, they only know death. Hernando. Don't underestimate his intelligence, he has even beaten Soto at the game of chess many times. Call my notary to draw up a contract, before Atahualpa changes his mind. Felipillo, tell Atahualpa that I will give him 2 months to fill the room. To expedite, they can bring the golden objects as they are. Afterwards, we will melt them. We are not interested in their works of art. To us gold is gold, and better if it is duro and hard. 2 people who didn't know how to read or write signed the contract with an X, for in matters of avarice neither one is needed. The ransom would be the richest ever paid in history, and it is not even recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. Another example of how the Indians are excluded even in the most trivial of books. The Incas had enough gold to fill the empty coffers of the Old World, which made it possible for those countries to emerge out of the Dark Ages. Is anyone speaking for the natives of all the Americas? No. They are irrelevant to a world that advances materially. To the Spaniards' disbelief, Atahualpa gave orders to fill the room with treasure. Time was of the essence. We are not sure when the ransom was to be fulfilled. It was early December 1532, the next 2 months would be crucial for Atahualpa's freedom, and Francisco's credibility with the contract.